So Gladel was our rat, was he? And he's already been executed?
Afraid so.
The two of them were the only ones who left the soiree early. Sounds like Gladel overstepped, and Lady Juna and the new lad had to fight him down.
Or it could have been the other way around.
That's true.
Sue, right? Dead can't speak, after all, and we've no other witnesses to the scene.
Now hold on.
Gladel was a right prolific candidate. We know the king's magic protected him. Their story goes that he attacked them and got petrified to death for it. If that's true,
We've replaced him.
the boy'd have to have the stand-in for it.
That fact is no longer in question. I received a report a short while ago. They say your face has emerged on the king's rock.
Yeah, we literally
To be as your
upstaged
stunt
Gladel.
with the Sanctoress earned you some renown.
Hey, good for you, pup.
And that's how the magic got to Gladel.
Seems we were in more danger than we knew, but the risk paid off.
One wonders what you stopped Gladel from doing. What was he after there?
Yeah, who knows? We were hardly in a position to ask.
Wondered if he was on old Forden's payroll.
Nah. He'd been at that monk Godot's neck since the race had barely started. Tried to snuff him out in the wilds too, not anywhere he'd have had an audience.
No matter. Forden has been kind enough to whip the people into a frenzy over this race. I'll step in and reap what he so graciously sowed. From here on, you will serve as my eyes and ears.
Understood.
Let us see what scheme Forden
Say very
devises
little,
for the
just
next
do what he
task.
wants. Yeah.
Until then, you may take your ease in the city.
Oh, and with Gladel out with the rubbish, might I promote him to the role of my chauffeur?
Are you serious?
Is it so strange? He does have his own gauntlet runner. In fact, I'd better go make sure it's up to my standards.
Let her do as she pleases.
I don't care about her.
What's wrong, Del? Looking a bit green around the gills.
Gladel was an ambitious man, yeah, but is that enough to justify him looting Count Luis's personal quarters? What was in it for him?
Yeah, nothing.
All right.
20. Since the reputation I gained at the exhibition saved me, all that remains is to break the prince's curse using the formula. Alright, he took the box. Good lord, I was gonna explode, dude. I was gonna fucking lose it.
A bit late for introductions, I expect. What? You haven't told them about me yet?
I can't tell them what you haven't told me.
So, can I assume that you are one of us? That is, we too stand alongside Count Luis, but how to say it?
I think you and I were after the same thing in old Luis's room. You really weren't told.
Don't tell me you're the other agent
Oh,
Grius
Lord.
mentioned.
Grius. Is he the one who died at the Grand Cathedral?
Did they mention this earlier?
sorry.
They might have.
They kept the finer details confidential, so I never really knew who the other agent was. But I understand the objective well enough. The curse on His Highness the Prince can't be lifted by conventional methods. So we either kill the caster or get the formula.
I see. So you and Grius were the two prongs of the operation. You get the formula, he hunts the caster.
Ever since the King's magic made it impossible to kill Luis, I've been ready to meet up with a new contact. I just wasn't expecting one so young. If I hadn't learnt the fairy messenger's name was Gallica, I'd never have realized it was you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm
Okay.
pretty shocked myself. I never figured the big famous songstress would be on our side. And I thought you and Luis were... you were
His lady love. God, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in that madman's quarters unless it was to rob him blind. No. Luis keeps me close because he likes my voice. That's all. He made the lines of that relationship quite clear, with no room for messier entanglements.
Sure.
I think that
Yep.
clears up your place here. But I have to say, you're risking a lot for a side job. Why go to these lengths when you've so much to lose?
At first, it was just coincidence. I tend to find myself in honored company, and I happened to be around where a resistance operative was doing a spot of recon.
So, in sooth, you were strong-armed into this?
What? No, no. Quite the other. I requested to join. When fate beckons, one can't just turn her away. A singer's whole self is built off all she experiences. This seemed like a chance for a once-in-a-lifetime inspiration for my art. And nobody else had a plausible way or reason to get close to Louise. So, you could say our interests aligned.
All that just so you could grow as a singer. You really are devoted, and fearless to boot.
I know what I'd put my life on the line for, that's all. You all have something like that, don't you? A devotion that anyone else might see as foolish.
Ha! The girl's bold as
Yeah, she's gonna fit right in.
No wonder she's got all the crown's subjects by the heartstrings, eh?
Well, half of it might be because of my birth. A Nydia girl's got to be bold to step out into this world at all. Though it's hard for most people to understand why. Singing is everything to me. To truly stir even a single soul, I'd take that over 1,000 of the church's accolades. Well, anyhow, that's what's going on with me. I'll stick close to Luis for now so he doesn't start suspecting anything. Any objections? Captain?
Nope, we'll be counting on you.
I'll be counting on you.
I knew you were the sort of man who knows what to say. Glad to meet you as a proper comrade. Gets your heart going, doesn't
Alright,
it?
the kingdom's premier songstress has become your ally. You always get someone really popular in these games.
Well, didn't see that coming. But I guess we've got another ally now. Our journey looked pretty precarious at first, but it's gone surprisingly smoothly. I'll do my best to help too. Let's see this through.
I can sense Gallica's strong determination. Wow, back-to-back Gallica levels up. That
Gotta
just
get back
feels
on track.
weird. Okay, whatever. Back-to-back.
Anyway, welcome aboard, Juna.
Feels very weird because there was a long period of time where we were stuck
right.
on rank 3.
Let's decipher the formula we found. Hopefully we can finally break the curse.
Do we even know anyone who can read the blasted thing? I love a good blueprint, but this formula leaves me a tad glazed, what?
Actually, Grius's notebook mentioned a Rella in the margins.
Oh, that's the
Seems like you had it
lady.
in mind to bring it to her.
Yeah.
Rella. The girl they call the Saint?
Saint Rella. Indeed, she would be the most qualified. After the attack on His Highness, we sent for the kingdom's best healer. It was she who answered our summons, and she who saved His Highness from certain death.
Hold on, the best healer in the kingdom? That attack was over 10 years ago. That so-called saint looked about my age.
Rella was a prodigal talent. One of the most gifted at the Mage Academy. Even as a child, she outclassed her teachers with an igniter.
Wait, you know her?
I'm afraid she's a bit out of our reach now, though. She left a while ago to return to her work at the royal capital. We couldn't manage such a trip under Luis's gaze.
Well, a trip to the royal capital would hardly put us out. We'll just pip over with a bit of magic.
He's
No,
like, what?
Really, it's dashed convenient.
There are some conditions, but we could travel instantly to a few specific places.
Well, no sense waiting. Let's be off. Right. All yours.
Why did they have to play a cutscene for that? I guess because it's still story. Usually they don't have a cutscene for it.
You actually did it! We're at the royal capital! Wait, how did you do that?
Don't shout in the streets, would you?
How can I not? Do you know how incredible this is?
What are you people?
Hey, look! Isn't that the songstress?
It is! It's the Lady Juna! Oh, I've always wanted to shake her hand. Oh, hell.
That's a shame. If word gets out that you were seen here, it will be hard to explain
Yeah,
yourself
she should
later
probably
on.
stay on the runner or some shit.
Rella works at the church on Main Street.
Whatever.
I'll lead the way.
You know your way around, eh?
Wait, this Rella's a world-class healer, and she's working as a local doctor.
Is that uncommon?
Igniters are not known for their use in healing. Indeed, 'tis a virtually impossible feat, often reserved for the nobility. I'd have expected Saint Rella to serve the court only.
If she turned down that prestige in the name of helping the common folk, then I suppose she really has earned her saintly titles.
Come on, let's hurry on.
What do you make of all this, Captain? If we ask her to decipher the curse, we risk exposing our identities and our aims. Do you trust her?
Yeah, let's meet her first.
Let's meet her first.
A fair thought. We need not be so reluctant.
If you say so, then let's get on.
Good lord, what the fuck? Okay, that's my fault. Should probably put it on Do
Let's
Not
hurry.
Disturb. Yeah. Man, I hate my phone. It does not let me put it on Do Not Disturb as easily as... Dude, is this thing fucking shitting me? Oh my god. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, I have an old one. Sorry. Forget it. Alright, it did work, actually. Alright.
I can't believe it's stupendous. Close your eyes.
Let's go.
Rella's inside this church. Let's go.
God.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment.
She was never here before.
Hello. How can I help you? Juna!
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister.
Oh!
Adopted sister, that is.
Yeah.
Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden in Tilbrile Haven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts Father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible. Then, surely, the man who penned this was Louise.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Louise. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Louise had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since.
Oh, so you
Worried
picked a
for your
bad
soul,
man.
Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Juani Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else. I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are... enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade.
Right.
The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, This one is designed to perpetually draw.
So basically,
on the
we
magic
have
of
to
the
kill
caster.
Luis. There's
So
nothing
as
else we
long
can
as
do. We
Luis
have to
lives,
win.
It doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this. This formula isn't complete. It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone.
What?
Then I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing? You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Yep, of course.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
Yeah, where's the asshole that's
The
normally
curse is
here?
impossible to break?
Damn, well that's kind of a twist. After all that work to get the fucking curse.
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
We're inside. We take Juna out in public, might attract a crowd. We can't risk Luis catching on that we're in the royal capital. We'll ask her to stay in the runner away from prying eyes.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people?
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow.
That sucks. So all the work we did, you ultimately just have to win the competition anyway.
What have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's Skyrunner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this magic levitatory. And then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any valid point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence, when they told me I was to be demoted.
Yeah. I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the gauntlet runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure. You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, The way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
Alright, so eventually we'll be able to fly, which will be interesting. Probably for like the end dungeon or something. You could change or add party members to your party from the party option in the main menu. Press X and form a group of up to 4. Reserve members gain less experience at the end of battle than active participants, so you can never remove the protagonist.
So?
Alright. Our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for today. Alright. Nothing we could do now. Time to sleep.
Good night.
I'm finding it hard to sleep. It's a good time for some reading, I guess.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Yeah, something on your mind.
Something on your mind?
No, not in particular. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
Probably should just have Juno return any Magla keys we got on the Charadrius just to be safe. Give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am, and you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid.
Yes. Alright.
That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it? The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. Oh, how inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts. No matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless. Just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form. It's all
oh my
just
god,
a
it's not her
fancy
real form.
disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies,
Okay, I
lies,
can't trust
lies.
anything. Never mind.
I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely.
Who knows?
But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
Juno and I talked into the night.
Time marches on, and the
Well,
age of a new king.
What else is there left to do now? We have to win the competition. Like, actually, there's no more bullshit. We have to win the competition, because for Luis, he could do this forever. Great.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed.
I guess they force you to rank 20 no matter what.
Will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctipex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Guido. Furthermore,
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young elder.
Right. Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single
Nameless
night.
to famous,
Just
yeah.
like that.
Sounds like a rap album.
Oi, crier man, where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladell or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the root, son, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina. Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
Alright, anyway. Enough of that.
And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them
Now
a
we can
hand.
actually have like some real faces, you know?
No sign of Luis.
Yeah.
Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juno this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What?
Really?
A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice.
Legiona!
To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes, your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care
Oh, sorry,
nothing for
let's see.
salvation.
I think it updated
They
something.
cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are
Look at these
unstable,
characters,
and their
man.
relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Yes. Thank you.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
By the deadline of the second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the Autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
Oh lord, here it comes. Everyone's got to present this. This is going to be so crazy. All right. Now we're actually in the real tournament, basically.
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Oh, Lord.
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over. We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
They're my
Well,
chauffeurs.
One has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctis Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
Sounds good.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it?
Oh,
repeated?
like literally kill him.
I will give Forden
like
his
actually
death.
kill him.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodius.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I'd assign them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
Dude,
So
Fidelio
Lord,
is literally
where
smart
can we
enough to
find
be the
this
right
fancy
hand man.
lance?
Find your
For
clues
some reason, he's
elsewhere.
on the left.
You
That's
have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Alright. And we're off. Back at the end, so far the only thing we know for sure is it's called the Dracadios. Because we have no choice but to go somewhere else and try to gather more information.
Well met, eh?
Memorandum. I've heard the songstress Juna sing before. People love to talk about her looks, but they're missing the real appeal. Just listen to her, you'll understand. She sings it, it's like charging into battle. Can't imagine what kind of life led her to sing the way she does. Nothing you or I can imagine. No, sir.
Hey,
Oh, okay. Specifically in here. Okay.
You're...
Pledge your support for Jin, then you two could... Oh, a candidate. Not only that, but the Eldon on everyone's lips. Have you come to impede my campaign? Just passing by. Even if you aren't doing anything offensive, your presence here is a distraction. I must gather as many followers as I can, after all. What an obnoxious toad. What's the world coming to if a scuzz bucket like him can be a normal candidate? A scuzz bucket. Okay. Did we get any items by any chance? For leveling? No. Okay, so what does Juna have, actually? Just songstress. Masked Revelry. Recovers a medium amount of the caster's MP every turn. Restores more of archetypes of the same lineage are present. Crimson Flame. Deals heavy fire damage to all enemies. Hellfire Dance. Ice. Even though she doesn't learn any ice.
That is...
She needs to level Faker as well. Okay. Thunderhead Dance. Dance of Verdure. Dance of Purge Light. Basically, she could force enemies to have certain weaknesses. Removes target's buff effects. Art of Dance.
That is...
One-time weakness to electric, and she learns no electric, so it's kind of weird. It doesn't even combo very well. Well, we could give her Faker since she'll need to learn it.
All right.
We at least see the cutscene.
Of course.
It's funny because she herself is a double agent, so it kind of makes sense. She's a Faker. They are prepared to embrace the unknown and sow chaos in thy opponent's hearts. It shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the Faker. Well, if it isn't the Faker, weakening enemies, it's my favorite trick. I'll have you in the palm of my hand.
I've learned a new skill.
Oh, wow, what an upgrade. I mean, not yet, no. I'm honestly not even sure if I'm going to use her that much. I think I have a good party so far, so I don't know if you could swap, like, mid-combat. In fact, we don't even... Where is she? We don't even have her reputation yet, I guess. I guess that's coming up here in a second.
Wonderful.
Juna sings with her soul.
What am I gonna do? Grand, didn't
Dear me.
Mastari, no, I don't know anything, and I'm busy, so I'll be taking my... Hey, wait, anything's fine. Whatever info you have. You know, for a popular candidate, your information gathering methods are awfully amateur. Did you speak to anyone else before calling out to me? Can't just talk to a couple people and expect to find what you're looking for. Put in some legwork, talk to everyone, and don't be picky. But with that said, you should choose the place you search carefully. There are plenty of working people too busy to give you the time of day. If it were me, I'd sell for a tavern and ask patrons relaxing there. Now, that's all the help I have for you. Good day. It's actually kind of nice, isn't it? You want to take his advice and head to a tavern? Yeah.
Well met, eh?
We're just taking a look around.
Grand, isn't it? What am I gonna do?
Honestly, I like the feel of this game. It reminds me a lot of Three Houses. Minus the full dub. It really does feel like a derivative, not a derivative in the sense that it's taking or biting or anything, but it is really nice to play this game where you could tell that they put so much effort into making the world feel so alive.
Hey, listen.
Incredulous.
Hey, I beg your pardon, but...
Why address me when I'm enjoying a meal? I'm a customer of this tavern. I have no obligation to respond to any unfamiliar fairies. If you want to know something, it's common sense to ask an employee first. Oh my god, okay. Good day to you.
I'm just incredulous.
Hey, listen. Huh?
Someone tells me you're not here to eat. Yeah, I have a question. Divine Lance, not sure I'm the best person to ask about that sort of thing. No, wait, someone outside was rambling on about that just a bit ago. Had a large mask on, must have been Mastari. He seemed awfully bothered about it. He was bothered about the land. Sounds like he may know something. Any idea where he went? I believe you mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. He must be headed towards the coast by Merchant's Bazaar.
Okay, so...
Alright.
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous.
Take it easy on the fish.
Huh. Wonderful.
Alright, to the boats.
Oi! Oi! Right then.
Merchant's Bazaar. I like how this is like Venice a bit.
What is it? Wonder if I could have been one of Louis.
Maybe I would join Luis.
Young man.
It's not Idol's Day, right? No, it's Metal's Day. I think Idol's Day is next. I would like to see what items and stuff we could get, maybe.
Wonderful.
We're looking for a Mastari.
Young man. Young man.
Oh, actually, let's look at the King's Rock so we can get all our
now what am I to
Magla.
do? Stop!
Hang on. What if...
Do as you wish.
Isn't that... Look at that!
Is that tiny face, little face yours? Not that anyone who doesn't know you personally would know it's you at that size. People don't know the King's magic protected you. I bet they find it hard to believe your face was in the top 20 now. First is Forden as always, Luis is next, and after him is still Godot. I guess the support for the top 3 outweighs pretty much everyone else. Hard to tell considering how small the others are, but I can kind of make out Rella. Tells you how popular she is considering she's not even a candidate.
Yep.
Alright, well, we're on the rock now, for whatever that's worth. Very little, but, you know, it's a start. Here he is.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
Oh, whoops, I didn't put it back on.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
Yeah, they've really crossed the line.
They've really crossed the line.
Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling.
This guy gonna also be a party
I've seen
member?
abuse of
Maybe he
powers
takes off the
before,
bucket.
And I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any
Could you
means
imagine?
necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Draco Dios.
The Lance of the Dragon God? So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
And that's why he added circle.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? It is a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish Sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Draco Dios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean? No ship would carry you there, among the first of many reasons. Even so, it's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Draco Dios is on Verga Island somewhere.
Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's ballywell conquer this inland sea.
Yeah, he's gonna upgrade it. Maybe we can sail now.
Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Del. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladell mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
Alright. They're gonna eavesdrop on one very, like... They're gonna fuck us up. Very nice.
What the?
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his run all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Yeah, because the plot demands it.
Island, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot. You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right. Nearest, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, what?
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea
See, I like
voyage for
these
bit
two.
of
It's a
fun,
shame
yeah?
that they're our enemies. They seem like the two fun characters.
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
Yeah, they still suspect us.
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladel incident.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Hmm. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? There's not really much else we can do. I guess we're setting sail.
Ready to depart?
Not forgetting anything, are you? Yeah, like, what else is there to do?
Now then.
Those are already bored and waiting. It'll be a long trip ahead of us, so make sure you're prepared now. I mean, like, it's not... When's Idle's Day?
Let's go see.
I'm not exactly thrilled about the Magnus Bars tagging along, but I'm sure we still have to make sure we're well prepared for the journey ahead. Blech. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to do. We can't visit anyone today. Alright, fuck it.
Ready
Let's
to
go.
depart?
Just got a hold of a chart with the route. We're all set for our trip to Virga Island. So let's set sail for new lands. It's time to find the One Piece. Oh, Lord. Look at this. It's a 3-4 day
Virga
trip.
Island is this spot right here.
Wonder how many days away it is. Okay. The main island of the Malnova Archipelago, which almost wholly Mustari inhabited, the island has minimal contact with the mainland. Okay.
Oh.
So like an odd route. We can't just go straight. This region's currents are at a right pain, Miguel. We must go around and across them once they carry us off course. By my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. 3 nights at sea. I hope Stroll can handle it. With Juna and her 2 thorns in our side, tensions may be high. Nothing to do but to move forward. I'll get us through these waves to Virga Island gently as can be. Not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Imagine if this was a fully open world game, like a Tales game. This would be dope.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Virga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
No, it's gonna be multiple
Hard to talk
days.
strategy with those two hanging around.
What a bunch of clowns. Are we there yet? We left like an hour ago, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner, too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try ploughing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Virga Island's infamous people, treacherous. Even the Crown Theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
I like how he's like prepping it like a trailer, like we're playing a game.
The Gauntlet Runner takes
I mean, we
to
are,
the
but you
water
know, like
in
as
its
if it's
new
like a
form,
game
setting
trailer.
out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult? was something else entirely.
Hear us speaking?
Come in. Nurse's voice is echoing out of the runner phone. Heisman's got his fishing gear laid on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard, so be careful. Any fish you catch can be used as ingredients when cooking. Having June and those brothers around certainly made the gauntlet runner livelier. Well, let's cook, since we're running the gauntlet runner. Running. Okay. Tips for me, I can cook without taking out much time. Whose handwriting is that? It's mine. Right? Mellow milk. Secret. We need a Lord of the Lake. We have to fish that up from somewhere. Yeah. Fully restores MP for 1 ally. There you go.
Let's
cook.
check.
Hey.
Meat with a bit of chew can be nice, but I prefer a braise, low and slow. When it melts the moment it hits your tongue, truly exceptional, though that method does take forever.
Even so.
Still, time should not deter you from taste, and once you taste it, you'll want to keep doing it. Began preparing the food with stroll. Oh, that looks good, man. Season it well, then cook it until it starts to brown. Already looks good enough to eat, but we must endure.
Got it.
All that's left to do is to let it soak in its flavor. We must control the heat carefully now to keep our eyes on the prize. The aroma is surely whetting your appetite, but don't give in. The juice is precious, and not a single drop can be wasted. It's dripping with flavor and depth. It's Coney stew. Nicely done, if I do say so myself. You earned the first taste. Alright, we cook without time passing.
Let's snuff.
You can only cook once. Basically, it just gives you a free action. That's all. Bro, what's up with you? I finally got used. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're gonna look pathetic in front of those two birds, but I'm afraid there's no helping it now.
Seriously.
I was wondering what sort of rubbish excuse of a ship I'd find, but I gotta admit the insides are impressive compared to the rest of it, at least. Watchtower. Last thing I want to do is go up to the cockpit and get in Nurse's way. I think I'm good. Sea breeze is perfect until you smell the fish and feel your hair. Quite ready to make landfall, actually.
Speaking of,
there's some runner your man's put together, full of weird things that I've never seen before. Spends his off hours working on the runner too, does he?
Oh, jeez.
This is Heisman's fishing gear. I wonder if he's going to do some fishing. Sure, why not?
Understood.
How are we supposed to fish moving at this speed? Tail bait. Let's cast it. I'm more tired than I realized. How do I shake this? Pinch your cheeks.
The fight is on.
Look at this haul. All thanks to you, of course. We got 2 Lords of the Lake. Holy shit.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught. Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's about time we call it a day. Alright.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Alright. Very well put. We'll arrive 3 days from now. We're being watched, so be careful with what you say. Was it just wisdom from everyone? Holy shit.
What?
I don't anticipate any monster attacks like we see on land, but you never know. I best keep the emergency lights on just in case. Well, let's be honest, no run-of-the-mill monster could possibly capsize my sea runner. Yeah! I admit, I was half thinking this dinky little gauntlet runner was going to sink any second, but it did a decent job running today. Out of all the candidates runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I've set foot on it without Lady Juna being here.
Got it.
I think I'm gonna take my eyes off you just because it's past sundown. Think again. You want to try something? Go ahead. See what happens. Count Lewis won't be asking me to justify myself. We clear?
Yep.
You can eat these bugs. Oh, Lord. There you go. We got one. A Luma Bee. Can we read the book? Can we cook? Okay. Restores 400 HP. This is crazy good. Orgo sugar. Cures poison for all allies. Yeah, I gotta buy... I don't know if I could buy more sugar, but I should buy like a bunch of those cooking ingredients. There you go. Secretest of secrets.
Okay, so...
That's the dish Juna recommends. Okay.
Hey!
How confident are you in your cooking skills? If you're not, remember there's no one way to cook something. I say a dish's true value comes from its individuality and its ingredients, of course. How boring it must be to copy recipes. Picked out ingredients with Juna. What a selection we have today. Time to use my talents to their fullest and make only the finest choices. For our base, normally you'd go with this. Let's be daring and use this instead, shall we? Yes, I'm on a roll today. The ingredients picked and portioned. All that's left is preparation. That's where you come in, love. No need to fret. The stage is set. All you need to do is put on the show. Make your dish the star performer. For the piece de resistance, a final ingredient of my choosing. Sorry, but this one's a chef's secret, even to you. Our dish is so nuanced. I call it the secretest of secrets. It's our signature dish now. Not a soul in the world could replicate it. Okay, very nice. Books I could read are top secret poetry. Let's do Bygone. Yeah, in the middle of it. Oh, this is Tolerance? Oh, never mind. Top secret poetry. This is not to read it, but that just makes you want to look inside more. This is Courage. I guess the travel guide would increase into imagination. Appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. Oh my god, it's the second half of One Piece. Imagination, yes. Wait, no, didn't we level up imagination? Wait, we did. Actually, no, so we should finish the Heisme book then. Yeah, we did hit 3. Whoops, I clicked it again. Whoops. Bygone days. Yes. Because there's going to be a tolerance check and there's going to be an eloquence check, so I need to do these. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. This entry describes Heisme and his son running through the fields together on a beautiful sunny day. I can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. At one point, Heisme loses sight of his son, only to find he climbed a tall tree. Heisme is mortified until the boy nimbly jumps down just as his father would have. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. A warmth arises inside of me. I feel like my tolerance is improved.
All right.
Yes, because that's our lowest stat, so we definitely need to do this. Still more to read, so we'll finish it tomorrow.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I feel so bad, man. Everything that could have gone right did not go right for the prince, man.
Oh, goodness.
Smugginess is my worst enemy. I don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage. I know exactly what you mean. The salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea?
Yes.
I find that the sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Juna? I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that. In fact, but I'll tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. Two more days until we'll be able to search for that lance. They say the island is barbaric, but I wonder what it'll really be like. I mean, we could just read, right? We could cook, and then we could... Oh, hello. got a pretty good kitchen here. Not as nice as Louise's, but I'm sure I could still get a halfway decent meal going. Cook some of this. We'll leave one of each.
Let's check.
Got it.
Baldy meat is delicious all on its own, but if you prepare it with a little effort applied to the right places, it can taste even better. To echo something I've heard anyway. In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day. Yeah, when I cook, I like to score the meat so I can get the seasoning in real nice, right? You got to put a little bit of everything. I'm not an expert chef, but I did try to learn a lot from my grandparents, and I do try to try new things. So it is something I do like to do. It's not something I ever have done on the channel. Oh, we're making more shish kebabs. Heat control makes all the difference with meat. Ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. We must strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. With that done, we're nearly to the finish line. I wouldn't be so exacting if this was just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you've got to give them your best. That is true. It's amazing. Even by sight alone, I know this will be delicious. It's red grass roasted badoo. This aroma really whets the appetite. Alright, very nice. Speed cooking. I guess we just read the book. Bygone days. Okay. More tolerance. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the enduring qualities of a child. He recalls the time his son came to him in tears, upset he couldn't sing a certain song well. They ended up singing other songs together through the night until falling asleep. Next morning, Heisman awoke to his son, eyes still swollen from crying the night before, singing the song he'd been trying to learn, a birthday song for his father. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. Alright, my tolerance is improved.
Alright.
It's the hardest one to level, I guess. Alright, that's it. We have to find other tolerance sources. Finish the book. I feel like my understanding of the world is deepened.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, we got a double helping. Still not enough. We probably need like one or two more doses. Eloquence is getting close.
Come look at this.
You're all going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The gauntlet runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The towering seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail. But here,
I guess this is why we have the floating orb water.
The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Look at this.
Incredible!
The sea's been split in two and we're standing on the seafloor. This is what Magla anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Brylehaven, but by Jove, this is on a whole other level entirely. Del, are you sure about all this? This water ain't about to come down on us, is it? You want to go back to the runner?
Nope.
I'm fine, really. Somebody's got to keep an eye on you lot after all. Look, there's fish swimming in the wall of water. I've never seen such shiny fish. Huh? Hulkenberg, what are you doing?
Enough.
You're not thinking of spearfishing through this seawall, are you? I was really considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations. She'd eat these weird-looking fish without a second thought. I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. Ha, so weaklings that they are, they travel together in a group. What does that remind you of? Must you sling barbs at every opportunity? It's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weaknesses. I say, those shining skills work as excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect. As you wish, I shall catch enough that we shall all dine well. I would rather you didn't. The supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches.
I see.
I see. If that's consensus, then let's head back. I feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you.
Let's go.
He's got a point. The seawall might even collapse in the rain, and I'd rather not stay to find out. Alright, for wisdom.
Here.
There you go, lad. A drawing of the seawall. I made sure that the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows. Alright.
As the water sparkling in the setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer, the gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
What terrible rain. It'll be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
Oops.
Let's do it better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo, I'll go sneak a look outside.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest. Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Ujeef is in no position to speak ill of the Paripus?
What? No, I didn't mean...
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
Yeah. Sharing life stories.
Everyone's life stories, I suppose.
Indeed. Talking about how I dislike the Paripus.
You and the rest of the world. Or do you think you're special?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with them? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure. See for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Oh no.
Ah! Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck, quick!
What we're gonna have to do, we're gonna end up saving them, and it'll be like, well, you wouldn't save us if we were your enemy.
What's happening?
Alright, what's happening?
Our prep.
Everyone should prepare. Look at this shaking. Okay, well,
What now?
I mean, what is there really to prepare for? Like, specifically. I already did my skill inheritance, right? Yeah, I took Mudo. I have to level Thief. I'm gonna eventually swap over to that. I mean, I guess if I had to swap to Thief right now... Oh no, I have to level up Heisme. But at least I have Blizzera, I have Kendera. Obviously, the only thing I would give myself is Batra. And then I would just have to deal with it, you know, just deal with some low levels, pretty much. That's the only way I could see myself getting through it. We just have to get Assassin to, what, rank 20? That's going to be pretty brutal. Oh, no, just rank 10. Okay. This is just rank 10. That's not that bad. General. Yeah, we'll work on this. Turns out I didn't need to spend anything on this at all, so, okay. Save. Yeah, we could save it over. I don't think it's going to be too tough. See, monster still belly. Can I let it dim? Sorry, not the watchtower. We have to go on the deck. Oops. What do they have to say?
What to do?
I don't especially mind the shake, but all this creek for the hull can't be good. This rock, I can hardly stand up. I can't go on like this.
Seriously.
Can't stand these flowing rust buckets. We'll talk later. Just hurry up and do something, will ya? Okay. What the hell is it? Leviathan? You killed my son!
What is that thing?
Whoop.
The hell are you doing? This supposed to be you helping those in need, right, Del?
How do you do that? Yo, the brother is crazy good. He's got a crown. Did you see that? Huh.
You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
Yeah, it's a human. This isn't a Leviathan, it's a fucking human!
Don't charge straight at it. We've got the arms. We'll clear him out of the way.
Got it. If we don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Don't get used to it.
Yeah!
Come on over there!
Now's our chance!
Man, using a sword class must be so cool in this game. But everyone I know picks mage. Oh god, it's got a heart for its
We'll
head.
slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's
Alright,
get this
Nurse,
over with.
bombard it.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked!
Changing your party in battle. To switch out party members during battle, press L1 to access the order view and then select party. Switching members consumes 1 turn icon. Was she in?
Behold this power.
Increases 1 ally's attack. Who do we swap out? Dude, you swapped out my fucking healer? Technically, I could heal, actually, so I guess it's not all that bad. So whose attack should we buff? I guess Stroll.
How's this?
Helpful as ever.
It's okay.
Lend me your strength.
I think it's weak to electricity.
Get after it, love.
Yeah, that was okay.
Now, are you prepared? Hack and slash.
Raging Edge!
Retracted!
Nice!
That should make things a little easier on us.
Ow. He's weak to it. Okay, well, maybe we should get him out of there. Or I could heal. I guess it doesn't matter too much.
Get her some healing! If we can take out some legs, that'll mean less attacks.
Did they put her in the back row by default? I hope they
Are
did.
you okay? You look like you're about to
Power
fall.
of heroes!
Yeah, she starts in the back row. Okay.
Not this.
Honestly, we don't really need Hulkenberg for this at the moment. Let's pass.
It's too... I'll show you.
Tarukaja, I guess on myself.
Let's keep cool.
Faith. I will fight with pride. Let's go.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Lightning. Still here?
Ah.
I shall fight.
Raging Edge. Oh my god. It lost all of its legs in its weekend.
I'm stepping back.
Oops, actually. Metal line now.
Thank you.
That helped.
I like how that's a crazy
Don't
good healing move,
underestimate
and it's
me.
very inexpensive.
Behold this power. Maybe not.
Yeah, she starts in the back row. Okay.
Come on, help me out.
I won't hold back. Roar!
You hit their weakness. That's
figured.
your opening, Captain.
Only a flesh wound.
Oh lord, yeah, he's the only person I didn't heal. Oops. All right, well, it didn't target him. We're lucky. We'll move her back forward, and she can metal line again.
I call upon royal power within.
Heal him.
Hack and slash.
Very nice.
Is everyone all right? Into the fray. Let justice prevail.
Nice. Good shit.
This'll be over. Mass dancer.
All right, we already did Tarukaja, so I guess we could just try to burn him, or we could swap her. If we bring out Heisman, I like that she's a buffer. I think that's really what I'm going to use her for. Okay, that's not bad.
Lightning.
You hit their weakness.
God damn, that does a lot of damage.
Captain.
What do you think? We're gonna rebuff him. Let's use Rebellion on him, so he could just get tons of damage and maybe even some crits. And what's the spread Rebellion? I don't remember. Okay, I resist. Please don't target him. Alright, perfect. Thank you.
Stroll can't
one.
Power of heroes.
I owe you.
Nice.
Hide, watch me.
Tarkaja.
How's this?
Helpful as ever.
Wizard. Roar.
Oh my god.
Come on, Captain.
Raging Edge. Ah!
Observe the enemy. For all that we strive for.
Yeah, easy. Easy fight. Even with a party member I didn't want. Can we get the crown? Sabara's sucker. Very nice.
I feel stronger.
10 in strength. Yeah, well, anyway.
Even I had more to
tremble before me.
What is she? She's kind of like well-rounded. She's like magic, agility, and luck. But her strength is awful. Okay. Alright.
We overcame it somehow.
I can't believe this. There are still monsters out here.
Well, you can't expect him to get all of them.
He lied to everybody.
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans. And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us. Thank you.
Of course, my lady.
Yeah, of course, my
You
lady.
too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking. You've got to be kidding.
Bail the water. You two, help us.
What? You can't just order us. Oh, this bloody rust buckets.
Alright, obviously it's for comedy. It's not serious. We'll be fine.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I like this game, man. Seriously, this is one of my favorite games of the year. Coming in clutch right at the end of the year. This and Silent Hill 2. That was a long day yesterday, huh? I'm glad that we lived to see another morning. I'm very happy that we survived and are still afloat, but after bailing all that water out, it would seem my poor back was a casualty of the incident. It really came through in a pinch, I must say. It's all thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe, and must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service. Too true, maybe a day off would get those brothers to lighten up a bit too. So how about it, darling? Let's take a day to just relax and watch the ocean. I'm gonna read. I don't know about you.
Come on.
Nice to defeat the monster. Why not thank everyone for their efforts? In times like this, people tend to open up more. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, that's Steam again. Whoops. Really fix that hole in the runner? I thought we were sunk there for sure. How long you been there for? Well, whatever. Good thing we managed to pull things off yesterday, eh?
Ben.
Talk of me, even though I'm here to keep you in line. Well, sure. Let's go topside. It would be a pain if Del saw.
Sam?
Nothing to say to you. Del says I'm to keep me trapped shut around you unless I got something worth talking about. Oh, well, actually, there is one thing. Thanks for saving my brother. Couldn't let that go unsaid. Still, it's a real miracle. This is some weird ship. I mean, why the hell is it so small? It keeps shaking and creaking like it's about to fall apart. With a bigger craft, you could have just rammed it into the sea beast head on.
Maybe.
I mean, to be fair, are we even going to make it to Virga Island?
Got it.
It'll be fine, probably. What do you mean, probably? Lord Luis's runner is nothing like this one. Even when it's flying, it's smooth as you like. And I could flop down the beds and sprawl out. Easy. Not so much on this ship. Heard stories from some sailor lads. These seas are connected to hell, they say. Sounded like superstitious talk to me, but there was that monster yesterday and that wave. See those white crest waves out in the distance? Bet that means the ocean current's gotta be swirling up a storm out there, yeah? It's a portal to hell. Got to be. And that means monsters are probably crawling out of there even now. That'd give any man the shivers. Oh, I should have done more swimming practice. Del warned me, and he's always right about this sort of thing. Yeah, you can really trust him.
Yeah?
Dell's the boss here. You keep your mouth shut about me being scared of the ocean. Got it?
Here.
This ain't a bribe to shut you up or nothing, but here, take it if you like. It's a Parapus charm. White Sand Rose. People say it's a good thing to have on you. Everyone from my hometown could tell you that. But this one's just a novelty shop knockoff, of course. Used to have a real one, but I lost track of it after some fight. Dell gave it to me when I was younger. It was smaller than that one. I can still remember how happy I was to get it. Crap, I ran my mouth. Aren't we making camp soon? Not one word of this to Dell. Not about the charm, not about me. You step out of line, I'm going straight to Lord Luis. What a good set of brothers these are. I like these two. They're fun.
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of darkness, the Gauntlet Runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them at its whims.
Okay. Yeah, we still camp on the boat.
What to pick?
Finally done spending our nights at sea. Well, no, not yet. We have one more. Oh, I guess we are on land, technically. Just a little bit. We're hitting Verg Island tomorrow, yeah? So you want to be useful to Count Luis, you better put in the work, and remember, we'll be watching. Yeah, can't do anything. Use Folly. That's probably coming up. The Merchant. Yeah, that's Stroll's quest. Cuisine of Heart, we already have that, right? We use the mellow milk. Alright, and then we have to level this up. So hopefully we get to that. I mean, what else is there to do? Huh.
Come on.
Don't much like to see at night. There's no knowing which ways the waves are coming from, and when I think about accidentally falling in...
Hey.
Looking for something to do. Weapons are as sharp as they're going to get. I could maybe put my imagination, sure. We have to retrieve a Mastari Divine Relic, all while two of Luis's underlings scrutinize our every move. We put ourselves in a difficult situation this time. It'd be one thing if we could simply offer a bribe or talk some sense into them, but those brothers are dyed-in-the-wool devotees for Luis. As far as I can tell, they genuinely see Luis as some sort of hero. And what do you make of our dear Count? Yeah, I don't know.
Look at that.
I'm not sure. At the very least, please tell me you don't see as some sort of hero. There is a single iota of justice in that man's actions. For all else, he is a vicious despot who kills all who oppose him. Whatever your definition of hero may be, there's no doubt that he's the furthest thing from it. Ever since I awakened to this power, there's something I've come to feel very strongly about. Power isn't just for rejecting and destroying things that already exist, it's for building a tomorrow that's better than today. That's the real, proper change people are longing for. A fraud pretending to be a hero like Luis can't be what they're looking for, right?
All right.
Well, more imagination, I guess. You're not going to sleep yet, are you? Come, chat with me some more. Not exactly what I needed,
Time
but
marches on,
whatever.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Water's Day.
Luis has sent an emissary to Verga Island.
As reported by a crier. It's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
So he stands with Luis then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lance. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day Festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
All right.
Oh-ho!
And so our long sojourn at sea will come to an end today. We should arrive around noontime, but we must make preparations to berth beforehand. Seems like the weather will be hot and humid. I'd like to hope we could just pop in, grab the lance, and pop right back out. I'd be lying if I said I didn't wish the same, but we best prepare for a long stay. The island is infamously insular and closed off. Our welcome will not be a warm one. Maybe I should take a nice cold shower before we arrive. We don't even know if there'll be real inns for us to stay in.
Narrowly escaping the threat of the sea monster, the party rides the currents of the inland sea to their destination, Verga Island. Verga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless conflict, as though it knows it is unwelcome. The Gauntlet Runner glides silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
All right.
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
All my air fur is stuck together.
Do we really have to go this way? There was a beautiful beach just over there.
Chin up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise. Honestly.
It's at least true that coming at them head-on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides. The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beastie's clutches, so I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
Who's there? Are you from the outside?
What's wrong?
Yeah. Heard a voice.
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice? Whose?
Yes.
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this lance?
Ideally, we blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hustle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We're walking in circles. Oh my god.
Maybe a bit lost.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster! Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit. And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dump me head in.
Need you voice every little complaint? You are not the only ones enduring this trek.
Quiet a moment. Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
What? Really? Let's head that way.
Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
Alright, very nice. Oh, it's anime too.
It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
He dunks his head in.
Brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt
Hold
off me.
on.
Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the Dragon God.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Yeah, I think this is what Mustari look like when they're not wearing their helmets.
Could it be a villager?
You must be the...
Priestess!
Oh no.
Hey, Del. Let's go.
Alright, see you later, assholes.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
Why do we just stand there and let them do this? Alright, whatever.
Behave yourselves. Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not? Here to steal Dracodios, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
Fastest trial I've had.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neurus.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out, instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid. They had a lot of questions, and they weren't, gentle about asking.
Who is that? The fucking crier? Batlin?
Well...
Oh my god! Dude! Yeah, what did you do now?
What did you
How did you beat us here?
Oh, you wound me, sir. I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate crossed the waters of Virga Island, so I naturally had to follow. I'd thought stowing away on that Mastari candidate ship might get me safely on the island, and, well...
And you were wrong.
And now
so now we're all gonna die.
This is ridiculous. Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
Seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient. You'll have your opening soon enough. The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Alright.
Have you heard? The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone.
Oh yeah, that's what he looks like, yeah. Adeni.
Master Adeni, there are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them. Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church.
He's gotta be a party member.
They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God. Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
That damned Forden. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait! Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow. The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our wounds.
Which is gonna be the
It is the
priestess.
most basic of our teachings.
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way. Because of your indecision. Because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God. Your father and mother both.
I will have silence.
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
My brother, do not fear. I have just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
Yufa.
I am a priestess. I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the dragon god. Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestess.
Didn't we have this exact plot line in fucking
if our island
Rogue
might be
Galaxy?
saved, I will
I
think we
gladly
literally just
give
played
my
this
life
earlier
for
this
it.
year too.
Oh, bless you, Priestess Yufa. We will not forget your sacrifice.
Yeah, didn't think I'd
This
reference
will
that game ever
surely
again,
appease the
huh?
dragon
Maybe I'll even
god.
beat it someday.
You are our last hope.
Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future.
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple, where Dracodios rests.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple. Sounds like that's where we'll find our lance.
I did a bit of reading on Verga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited. And one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Not another soul on them. Strange lot, these pagans. Gotta be bloody stupid to build your big important temple out where nobody can get to it.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't the ones who built it. Either way, we'll need a ship.
Sounds like we better hurry and bail our new crewmates out. All this stink in the square probably means less guards on duty.
Ugh.
Come on, Del, we can't leave him high and dry.
Yeah, you also have to bail out Lady Juna. Hello.
And the fair lady's the only
okay.
one we have to rescue.
Awful cold, Del.
Not getting attached now, are you? You knew going in they might be our traitors. Look, you want to work together, then let me do the thinking, right? I've got all this under control. Oh.
Hey, Del, you're not still hurting from the sea battle, are you?
I'm fine. We'll wait till nightfall. Shadowy business, all this. Lady Juna. Let's get those bindings off. Easy does it now. Calm down, you amateurs.
Oh, thanks. I'd hoped you'd come back for us.
We know where the lance is. Let's move.
Wait, aren't you going to untie the others?
We're your bodyguards, not theirs.
What? Since when do you follow orders to the letter?
I've already told you we can't trust these people, and now it's clear we can't even trust them to protect you.
He did a fine enough job saving your life out at sea.
Del!
He's one of us now. Lord Luis gave him direct personal orders, and you'd still leave him to die. I promised Lord Luis I'd keep an eye on him too. If you get him killed, I'm the one who's failed.
Why doesn't she just untie
Hear,
him
hear.
herself?
Three
Yeah.
appropriately stealthy cheers for cooperation. And I'd be
Yeah,
very
no,
much obliged
unties.
if some generous spirit could get me untied too.
Ugh. Better to let a church leech rot. You're annoying, and you talk too much.
Haha, yeah, I get that a lot. Funny thing though, I get more chatty the more distress I'm in, and I'm quite beside myself here.
We could just shut him up permanently.
No, Del. We don't want to leave a mess. If things get dicey, we've got some meat shields at the least, eh? Gonna need all the manpower we can get if we want that lance.
Is the lance somewhere dangerous?
Well, about that. Turns out this dragon god might be a bit more real than we thought. And more bent out of shape.
They're sacrificing some village lass to it, and the crowd was scared stiff besides. We can't rule out that this dragon's more than a folktale.
So we're to face a dragon? Well, that's just lovely. Untie everyone this instant. Or do you fancy better chances with fewer swords?
Oh, fine, I get it.
Yeah,
Just
that
give
wasn't
me a
very smart.
second.
If we're gonna face anything.
Oi, kid. Don't make me regret this.
I'll make sure you do. Yeah, you won't.
Count on it. Cheeky one, aren't you? Just don't get yourself killed, pup. Fine, just get over here and I'll let you loose. Oh, you're going last. Considering the size of the island, there's only the one settlement. The chief's young, too, goes by Edeni or something.
Edeni? Was he not the Mastari candidate we met before?
Yeah, it makes sense. They would send their ruler to compete.
He and the sacrificial maiden are headed for the temple on one of the deserted islands. That's where we find the lance. Oh, and the girl marked for death is his sister.
His own sister?
Something about appeasing the dragon god's anger. All these islanders worship it, and they say the calamities come from its fury.
Is that true?
Course not. Just don't know whether all this superstition is rooted around an actual dragon or a made-up one.
Fair point. I'm curious about this Draco Dios being a divine relic myself. If it was found in that temple, then the temple's probably an ancient ruin. Might be the perfect den for a dragon.
Should this creature exist, mortal sacrifice is beyond all reason. No torment is worth taking an innocent life for.
Oh, that's rich from a fallen knight. You think nobody makes sacrifices out there in the real world? Or is all that below you, eh? You ask me, I say at least these people are doing what needs to be done.
Huh, fair enough. Though it would seem beyond the pale, it is not our scale of morality that measures them.
Yet I refuse to stand idly by while innocent lives are at stake.
Who cares about what they do with their lives? We're here for the lance. Got enough problems without you trying to fix theirs.
These people offer up their very lives for peace. They'd only ever told me these lands were wild and uncivilized, but
why is this guy here?
It's like seeing sanctism reflected in a mirror.
We'll get the spear, of course, but we won't let anyone die. That should be good enough. We've been saying it since the beginning. We help anyone in need, no exceptions. Right, my friend?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
That settles it.
Indeed. 'Tis the path we've chosen. Let us withdraw to the Sea Runner first. It shall bear us across the waters to this temple island.
Go on. Give them a chance.
Please, help my sister.
Wait, he's
wounded?
Please help my sister Yufa. The temple full of Makla.
Pull yourself together, man. He's barely breathing.
Did he just say Magla? I wonder what happened.
We need to get him to the Gauntlet Runner. No, it is too deep a wound for its capabilities. To the village, then.
What? Are you mad?
You just broke out of jail. We're gonna show up with this dude wounded.
We cannot leave him to die.
I don't understand you lot.
No, this could work out for us. He's the island's chief, right? If we save his life, the whole village might come around on us.
What are you talking about? We already know where the lance is. All we have to do now is take it.
And how about this? I'll follow him because I'm assigned to keep an eye on him. And you have to keep an eye on me because you're my bodyguards, right?
Yeah, you're screwed.
Fine. Be my guest. But if it comes down to you or the lance, you know I'll have to take the lance. Whatever happens, I can't trust anyone but my family. And my Lord Luis.
Well, Batlin, looks like you'll have to repay the favor a bit earlier than expected. Go tell Nearest what's going on. To be honest, it's possible we won't make it back.
Getting a bit messy, this. Not that I mind. Consider the favor returned. The Gauntlet Runner's just further down, right?
Right.
All right, you know it.
We'll carry this man back to the village. Give me a hand.
Where am I?
Chief!
I'm still alive.
You're in one of my spare rooms at the inn.
You see, these people brought you here.
Wonders never cease. It's you. But you were being hunted. How did you manage to return safely?
2 of my companions acted as decoys to draw the soldiers away. That was all it took for us to sneak in.
Chief, what happened? Where is your sister?
We made it to the temple, but the air was thick with magla. Some of the island's beasts have turned feral.
You mean the melancholia set in?
They made short work of our guards. Yufa and I were separated. I was the only one who fled to the sea.
My word. Then we need to gather more troops. If we don't act, the ritual...
No. Our soldiers cannot stand against those horrors. We'd only be sending more to their deaths.
But...
Then we can do the honors. We've our own reasons to see the lance, and such monsters do not frighten us. But there's something I need to ask you first. Assuming we find your sister, what would you have us do with her? Are we ensuring you complete the sacrificial ritual? Or are we bringing her back?
Please, bring her home.
All right.
When we left for the
Shall be
Temple
done.
Island, I'd intended to let Yufa escape. But when I saw no fear or hesitation in her eyes, I faltered. That's when I realized. It's not just the fate of the island that we've placed on her shoulders. She's been trying to bear all our fears and anxieties. Her life is in your hands. Even if her sacrifice would save us, I don't care. Please, save her from the curse we've placed on her.
Well said. Spoken like a true leader. Leave it to us. I pledge we will see her safely returned. You've no objections, I trust, Captain?
Of course not.
Yes. Let's get her back.
We're not gonna let her
Right.
be sacrificed,
We're not in the business of
obviously.
abandoning people.
Right. We'll save your sister. In return, though, would you be willing to lend us Dracodios?
So be it.
What? That is the very symbol of our faith!
If they've the strength to overcome the Templars' trials, then they could have already taken the lance for themselves. Yet still they seek permission. I trust them. It seems like they really do believe in what they say.
But they're not like us. They're outsiders.
It doesn't matter what tribe they are. They are people just like us. If the race on the mainland taught me anything, it's that.
Wait, it'll take more than a day to save her, right? Not to be morbid, but will your sister survive
Yeah,
that
she'll
long?
survive long
She
enough.
knows those halls
Yeah.
better than I do. If she's found a safe enough chamber, she can stay out of sight. And I made sure to bring food to the temple when we left. She could survive for even 4 weeks. Yufa is a priestess.
Could you imagine we have
She
a
knows
month
her
to
life
do
is too
this?
valuable to the
That would be
ritual not to keep
ridiculous.
going. Your
No way.
offenses will be
Yeah.
pardoned. Anything you need, I'll try to provide. So please, save Yufa.
Okay.
Well, glad we talked our way out of being thrown back in a cell. This place is rather cozy, especially compared to a prison.
To be free of the bugs is its own comfort.
Wait, weren't you staying in Broilhaven? What kind of rundown hovels do you live in?
Finally, we may come and go as we please. Even if we must bow to Luis's whim, we need not draw the same ire.
I know, right? But lifting the prince's curse will only be the beginning. The public has to recognize him as the rightful king too.
Considering the road ahead, it might do to help as many people as we can while we hunt the lance. And ideally, keep the other candidates in check.
Yeah, you could see how this game would really
All
expand
done with
outward
negotiations, are you?
if it was like a
I don't know
full-on
what
like
we'd do
race
without you.
plus.
It's amazing how you can
reputation
lead those
grind.
guards on such a long chase and turn up none the worse for wear.
No one alive can catch a couple of platypus lads in the woods.
Our job's to get the lance. I assume that hasn't changed? Then nothing else matters.
Well then, let's lay out our situation. Our destination is the Dragon Temple, built on a nearby deserted island. Once there, we search the temple for the divine relic, Dracodios. And while we're in there, we'll also be looking for the village priestess, Yufa.
The hell we will. I thought we made it clear we were here for the lance.
According to Edeni, the lance's actual place in the temple is a close-guarded secret, known only to the priestess herself.
Never simple, is it?
We've got 2 problems to worry about. Firstly, by now, the temple's positively awash with melancholia. We should expect monsters, and lots of them. And secondly, there is a possibility that this dragon god of theirs is an actual living...
Watch it be a human.
And therefore angry dragon.
Yeah, it could be a
We don't have
human
battle
for all
like
we
that
know.
ahead of us. But we'd better make sure we don't lose if we do.
And be quick about it, yeah? If you miss your deadline, Lord Luis will assume you're all traitors.
That puts our deadline in 17 days.
Okay, yeah.
Beyond that, we can't say if the priestess would survive.
Your pardon? You all, you're going to save Priestess Yufa?
Wouldn't have to if you hadn't sent her to die.
Yes, I know. You're exactly right. But you have to understand, not everyone here wanted sacrifice. To see a girl her age going willingly to die. She's as young as my own child. It's not right. So please.
We will see the girl safely home. You have our word.
It's a strange irony. We came only for the lance, but even that pursuit has earned us a chance to save a life.
As usual.
Oddly familiar.
Yep.
You sought me intent on capture, and instead convinced me to join you. You have a knack for opening doors others have closed.
It's our specialty.
Well, let's get some rest for tomorrow. Getting lost in the wild and captured by soldiers really takes it out of you.
Alright, I'm sure there's gonna be bounties and the usual.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Of course we missed Idol's Day, but whatever. Wonder what kind of place the Dragon Temple is.
We gotta prep.
Let's talk about what we need on the island first. We raid the Gauntlet Runners on the eastern beach of the island.
What's going on?
Okay. What's the map look like? Okay. They have a rock here? Hello?
Let us have faith in Lady.
Well now, what are we on about?
Hey!
I see the rock. That's so. I guess, yeah, they did say it appeared everywhere, so.
Oh.
Rudolph's face is small, but I think he's in third, so Godot got pushed out. Yeah, Godot's rank has dropped a bit. On the other hand, Rel seems to be gradually gaining more support. You're nowhere near the top of this thing, but I feel like your face is a little bigger. Okay.
Let us
Get
have
back to
faith
it.
in Lady Yufa.
Tavern.
Excuse me?
Trying to see what else do we have around here. No point in buying anything. We'll wait for Idol's Day. Yeah, why don't I just wait for Idol's Day? Why am I gonna spend anything on this? Might as well just wait. Let's just go ahead to the dungeon if there's no like optional things or anything.
All right then.
Sandy Coast. I guess I have to go into each shop in order to access it, so let's run into each shop really quickly. Okay. What? That's a crazy door. Okay. Alright. We won't even appraise it, because you could get a discount on appraising. So there's no point. We'll just chill. Where's the item shop? Wait, where's the item shop? There you go. What was it? Abyssal Sundries? What did they say? Yeah, Abyssal Sundries. You know, it's funny though, out of all things, and I'm sure this is intentional, the Mastari are just normal people. They look exactly like everyone else. They just have a third eye on their forehead. That's it. They don't look any different. You would think like, oh, maybe they're monsters or something. No, they look exactly like everyone else. You know, this game's very subtle tones.
It was all in vain.
Okay. Alright, let's just go ahead. We'll just go ahead and get right into the Dragon Temple. Because, like, what's the point of talking to Moore? No reason. It's better for us to get out there and actually, like, try to fight and maybe do something. Oh, we have water.
Yes.
Cordial. I'll buy this as okay, and the rest is kind of whatever. We'll hopefully hold off on the Queen's honey jar. Just in case I need the cordials, that's fine. It's only 3,000.
down.
All this talk about cooking and everything reminds me, I should probably take out some meat. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit.
Such a sky shone.
Okay. There we go.
All ready for departure? Time to save that bally damsel in distress, eh?
You know it. What is that, 1 day away? You have to consider the currents.
Now then.
Let's see.
How long will it be? We get there within the
You would
day.
pursue
Alright,
peril.
with no time to waver, yes.
So we bring the fight to them.
Let's keep our wits about us. Yeah, could you imagine if a dungeon was more than a day away? So going there is a 2-day endeavor? That would be kind of unfair. I could see why they wouldn't do that. Ugh. I guess we read. We could also plant some of these seeds. Oh, no, it takes up time. Fuck, never mind.
Later.
New world travel. Yeah, we'll just do imagination. That's kind of a hard stat to level.
Actually?
To be honest with you, I've realized something. There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There's so many things as I've learned since we started traveling together. Did she just change her dialogue box? Did you see that? Or did I skip it? I don't know.
Now we're talking.
You're really mature.
What?
Were you saying that was immature before? It's not like you knew any more about the world than I did. Hey, who's? I know this time we're traveling for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. Yeah, sounds like fun.
Right.
I don't know where we go, but I'm looking forward to it already. Of course, if I want to contribute further to what you have to do in the future, I'll keep working hard. You think of anything I could do? I'm always encouraged.
Well then.
I'll be happy as long as you keep cheering me on. That's all you want? Well, I can do that, no problem. That's what I'm good at. Hey ho, let's go. Hey, all the way. Was that good? Oh my god. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction. Let's keep reading the book for a bit. Describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. Okay.
All right.
Very nice. Like I wasn't even about the book.
Navigating the archipelago's currents north of Verga Island, the Dragon Temple comes into view. It is dedicated to the dragon god, Et. The wind carries the unsettling cries of beasts over the water, ensuring that even reaching the temple will be a trial. The gauntlet runner pulls into the shores of the isolated island, amidst surges of sinister magla.
We're here. Maybe the tide was with us this time, but that was a much quicker trip than I thought.
What's up, Del? You seasick?
No. And keep your eyes on them, not me. Don't want them pinching the lance and doing a runner.
You really worry too much, mate. Once you've got doubts in your head, you don't know how to let them go.
That's the Dragon Temple.
Just as I thought. I've seen this exact view in historical art. It's as ancient as ruins come. Perhaps the reason the Sanctus Church doesn't want anyone near the island is that they want whatever's inside to stay buried.
I'd avoid it too if I could. The place looks totally overrun with magla. We're definitely gonna find some monsters in there.
This melancholia aura is most ominous. What is this magic? And from whence is it born? We only ever see it when faced with grave burdens.
Might not be unrelated. We know magic is possible without an igniter. In other words, magla can be controlled by the mind alone.
You venture that it springs from mortal minds?
Hey, you lot about finished. Let's get on with it.
He's right. Let's hurry on.
Alright, let's do it.
We're off.
You see?
I admit, Stroll's words have given me pause, but rescuing the priestess comes above all else. Hey, didn't you ever learn it's rude to stare? I guess it falls to me to teach you basic manners. Now quit gawking and move it. We got to head to the temple. Ruins left alone by the Sanctus. Wonder what's in them. Suppose that question will answer itself when we go in, won't it? Alright, let's get a wiggle on. Can I change out my party, by the way?
What now?
How do I move someone in? There you go. Okay. Dells come over all peculiar. Any road, let's head into the temple. We've got to get after that lance. Melancholy of people's hearts, there might be some connection there. Probably not the time to ponder it. The idea of those brothers shadowing our every move, I'm not fond of it. Nothing to be done, though, so we press on. The temple awaits. Oh, with this big plant in the way?
Look at the entrance. What's going on here?
It's some kind of giant tree, right? But it almost feels like it's radiating pure magla.
We shall force our way through if we must.
That's not working.
The wood turns aside all steel. It's no normal tree. The Melancholia's influence, maybe.
That's the best you've got, old man. Too sloppy by half. I'll show you how it's done.
Del, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'm sound. Just dizzy, that's all.
Hey, Del! Whoa! You're burning up! Why?
Allow me.
Does he have a fever? He was wounded against the human we fought out at sea.
Your foot is badly injured. Tis infected and inflamed. What possessed you to hide this?
I said I'm fine. Stop wasting time.
A wound-borne fever can turn fatal. We should turn back.
She's right, Del. We've got to get that looked at.
Basilio? Are you gonna listen to me or not?
Oh, please. You don't get to die like an idiot. From an infected foot of all things. Learn to rely on your allies. That's what a real warrior does.
Sorry, Del. I can't afford to listen to you this time.
You damned fool.
He passes out. That's how bad it is.
We need to get back to the village. Every second counts. Teleporting might be our best bet.
Right. We'll be seen, but we don't really have a choice right now. We can't get into the temple like this anyway. Let's ask around back at the village to find out if there's a way in.
Basilio, carry him to the bunk inside the gauntlet runner. Also, once we get moving, don't leave the room or look outside. We're charging home full throttle, understood?
What? Right, got it.
Hey.
Oh, Eric Grant, how's Del doing? You can help him, right? It's a good thing he came back immediately. One night more of this and he'd be lost. Rest easy, boy. I've treated him with both magic and material cures. A good hearty Parapus constitution should be all he needs to fight the fever. Whew, okay, that's good. However, he'll have to stay on bed rest, and even once the fever's down, if he pushes himself too far too fast, he'll never walk on that leg again. I'd listen to her if I were you. Thank you so much. And actually, there's one more thing we could use your wisdom on.
I see.
A giant tree in the temple. I didn't see it when I was in the area. If it's grown that much in such a short time, it might be the magla exposure. The temple's positively leaking the stuff. I believe I understand. If your aim is to destroy this tree, a concoction known to the ancients as the Potion of Blight may be the wisest choice. Truth be told, there is no record of the ingredients needed to make it. All I know is that they're not found on this island. I heard something that induces thirst is needed. If you could bring me that, I'll try my hand at concocting the Potion of Blight.
Understood.
Understood. We'll track them down. If we want to get into the temple, we have to do something about that tree.
Let's give it a shot.
Batlin or the informant at the Golden Deer Heart.
Hey.
Sorry, Lady Juno. The way I see it, someone's got to stay and look after Del. Don't be silly, Bass. Of course you should stay with him. You know he'd chase right after us otherwise. Hate to say it, but we're short on time as it is. Think you lot might have to handle all this temple shite alone. Seems our debts are piling up. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Listen.
You don't need to worry about it. This is about when Del would say something like, hey, they're gonna run off with the lands, waste them all, but me, I don't think you lot are so bad. I trust you. So hang around here and you lot throw up the lance, and, well, the priestess girl and all, if you like. Can't exactly turn me back on your sister after all you've done for my own brother, now can I? Fidelio could stand to learn a lot from you if you ask me. Don't worry, you can leave it to us.
Time marches on.
Yeah, basically it was a dud of a day. So you really only have 16 days.
Nonetheless,
the giant tree is blocking our way to the Dragon Temple. I am very much looking forward to covering it in a potion of blight.
But
Don't get ahead of yourself, love. We still don't have all the ingredients. Seems there's something about it that makes it tough to gather all of them here on the island. We seem to have no choice but to track those down first. A maddening delay when both the priestess and the lands we seek sit inside the temple beyond our reach. We have no idea how big that temple is on the inside, nor what manner of enemies await within. It will be likely more difficult than any of our previous endeavors. Alright, we have oh, well, I guess now we have 17 days. Mission with the deadline has begun. You can chart a course to Dragon Temple by visiting the Round Table and Gauntlet Runner. Careful of scorching, inclement weather. Rescue and obtain dragon deals before the day that you depart for Altabury.
Really?
Should start off by asking the people in the village if they know anything about the potion's ingredient. Well, where's the inn? Oh, here we go, all the side quests.
What are my options
That
here?
fool, I told her how dangerous it was. Hey, aren't you the outsiders who promised to save Lady Yufa? If only you'd come a little earlier, then my reckless fool of a sister might still be alive. Did she pass away? Do you want to talk about it? Well, she was always a bit strange, very interested in monsters, so she left home one day and set off toward a den of them, just to satisfy her curiosity. She really was a fool. This happened so many times the people of the island gave up on her. She'd come back unscathed every time before, but her luck was bound to run out. There's been no news for ages.
Please, I beseech
Would you be willing to avenge her? It's easier if you go to the Spire of Blind Faith and slay the monster there.
God, I am grateful.
Thank you. I am truly in your debt. Maybe this way her soul will find solace. There's a bird-like monster called the Leogron that lords over the tower. I think that's what most likely, well, killed her. You should ask the informant in the tavern for the specific location of the Spire of Blind Faith, and while you're at it, some information on the monster. I don't mean to send you into harm's way, but you seem capable enough. Please help her rest in peace.
Let's give it a shot.
Oh my god. I don't know if we're doing that. This is like a rank 7. Was there even a deadline for it? No. But still, what the hell, man?
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Okay.
Aha!
Are you perhaps the boy who promised to save our priestess? If you're from the mainland, then by any chance have you been to the Lycaon Igniter shop in Grand Trad? Yeah, we're basically regulars. Could you do me a favor? I need someone to take this igniter and have it appraised. Not like it's like this. Not too long ago, a trader came to our shores and sold this model for cheap. Claimed it was a broken piece of regional craftsmanship. But if I'm right, it's an igniter. A pretty valuable one, too, so I'm hoping the Lycaon store can appraise it and back up my valuation. You're willing to hand this valuable igniter over to people you met, like, a minute ago? I have to. I have no other contacts at Grand Trad, and the future of the Mistari is riding on this. Oh, of course, I could promise a reward.
Kidding.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I am so grateful.
It's in your hands. You should get an official certificate of appraisal and bring it back here. You know where to find me. Isn't this like a 1-star? Isn't this just there and back? Yeah. Gleaming crystal and wisdom increase.
Leave it out, mate. All right, then.
That seems to be all the quests.
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Yeah, there's Stroll's quest. That seems to be it.
Leave it out, mate.
Well, isn't this a
Okay. You're the one who saved the priestess, are you not? Nice to know there are good people outside the island. I'm afraid I have nothing material to give you in return, but I can share my knowledge with you. Ask me and I will tell you all that I know. You see, I once lived outside the island and worked as an informant. I am now but a humble fisherman, but my knowledge of the surrounding area is still unmatched. Okay. You never know where we might get the ingredients for a potion of blight. We need to save the priestess. Already looked into it myself, but I apologize. I wasn't able to find any useful information here on this island. You may have better luck finding what you need in the royal capital. There should be an informant there. I'm sure they'll be glad to do business. Okay. So then we might as well just wait. Wait till tomorrow and then buy everything for cheap.
Let's go.
Well, what do you want to do?
Okay.
Now then.
It's your call.
Yes, let's go.
Let's move.
Where's the informant in Grand Trad again?
All right, then.
Oh wait, we can progress this dude's quest. Well, let's find this first. I forget where the informant even was. Honeybee.
Let's go.
Fancy a bit of it?
What does he want to know? Monster of the Mausoleum. Here you go, the potion.
What?
Heard of this potion of blight? It's some secret concoction from Verga Island, as I recall. I believe it's made with an ingredient known as parch water. General store in Sunshade Row, Comfort Concoctions. There you go, easy. Quite literally just a freebie.
Lovely.
Comfort Concoctions.
Grand, isn't it?
Ah, my laundry! I hung it out to dry. Wait, what can we trade for this again?
You've come at a good time.
Weather's awful sour, but the Magla is good on days like this, so the exchange rate's better than usual. Lady Lycaon from the United Shop told me directly to give you the best possible mag rate I can. I hear a voice. Their mode for collecting mag is, well, it's nothing decent, that much is certain. Hopefully it'll at least be of use to you. Nah, you can just trade it, change it into money. I don't need money.
I'm out of ideas.
Where's the Comfort Concoctions? This?
Stranger things have happened.
Parch water.
Okay. And what is it you want?
I've newly stocked some parch water. Very nice.
What?
Let's get back to and bring this to a day so we can finally get past the tree blocking the dragon temple. Alright.
Alright then.
Let's go back to Sun Lumeo. Where was I gonna go?
Let's head there right away.
Was it this dude? Who was the merchant we needed to talk to? Was it this guy? Yeah.
And what do
When
you
will you
want?
learn? Did his fish stink? I was able to choose words that convince the merchant I have no ill intent. How interesting. Yes, they did indeed stink. The Count would often buy fish himself and then show up to our meetings with them in hand. Using as it was, I worried about how he would keep them fresh. Ah, that stirs some memories. The Count of Halle that I remember was a magnanimous man. He was genuinely kind to all he met.
Business is done.
Perhaps I should have learned from his example. Very well, tell me your story and I will listen. I see. You must forgive my suspicion. You truly are a friend of his son, aren't you? I do apologize, but surely you understand my caution. Word of his lost inheritance is spread, and con men have tried every trick in the book to claim it. I indeed have been entrusted with the inheritance, always meant for the Count's son. Please give him that message. The rest are details I prefer to share with him directly. Please bring him when you are able. Alright. We'll talk to Stroll.
Alright then.
Let's go.
Whoops.
Alright, let's go.
I have to walk again, god damn it. What a crazy loading screen, man. I love it. I love the loading screens in this game. When you play an Atlas game, you know you're getting some high quality, man. You know you're getting a super amounts of high quality. Alright, what's your plan for today? I get restless, but I'm supposed to let off steam. Alright, let's talk with him. Found the man holding it for you.
Huh?
Let's take him to me so we could talk. It's nice to finally meet you. Well, we have met, but you were just a babe in your mother's arms. Funny how much you come to resemble them both. Your father and I did charity work providing aid to the downtrodden. It was hardly lucrative, but I was quite taken by his charisma. He did charity work in the capital. I hardly knew his business here, to be honest. My connection to your father is ultimately what led him to entrust your family fortune to my guardianship. I'm pleased to finally put it in your rightful hands.
No.
I don't mean to pry, but have you decided what you will do with it?
That is...
I thought to use it to rebuild our house, but to hear my father had used his fortune to help people, I admit I'm having second thoughts. The refugees of Hallie are struggling to survive without permanent housing, and knowing this, I will put these funds to the need of my house. It would take tremendous time and money to restore our territory. I wouldn't be able to descend to their hardships for many seasons to come. You truly are a stroll lad, right down to your father's strength of character. If I might be so bold, allow me to present you with an option. To work thusly, you purchase a parcel of land from your pick of the gentry. Many are in desperate need of coin and would easily part with estates they cannot sustain. You then offer this land for your people to build upon. Would that not give them solace?
True.
See the wisdom in it, but I can't imagine finding such an ideal expanse in such short order. If it's the negotiations you are concerned about, that is where I come in. Perhaps you've heard the name Lord Hydron, best known for his piety. He's well versed in such matters. You say Lord Hydron? So you do know him. Well, I can appreciate why you recoil from him, but for such an occasion as this, you'll be a potent ally. I dare say you'll be precisely the savior you need to realize your ideals. My ideals, you say?
Yes.
I'm just caught off guard by how quickly these ties change. I'd gladly accept your generous offer to aid me in negotiations. Hope is only a step behind a clear conscience.
No.
Words I hear my mother and father say often, they practically bludgeon me with it. Yeah, what does it mean? It means that if you believe in your cause enough to see it done, then you will find a way. Something like that, anyway. If I can procure new land, all those people could return to some semblance of the lives they were forced to abandon. They could go back to a time of peace, before the human attacked. And you have no small role to play here. You know that, don't you? If treachery claims the throne, this whole country will fall to ruin, and I'll have no hope of saving the people of Hallia, let alone realizing my ideals.
Hey.
In other words, the future of many depends on our fight. Our hopes lie with you, Captain. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and newfound resolve. What is it, rank 6? Yeah.
Whatever burdens you carry,
3,
I'll carry them too.
And now he gains experience at the normal rate. Okay.
Thank you.
I owe you my thanks for discovering the man safeguarding the inheritance. It was surely no easy feat to find him.
You're a lifesaver.
Tolerance.
Now then.
Enough to level up. Yeah, dude, it's a 2 for 1. Tolerance.
Tolerance.
Just one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up a mantle of benevolence which will spur thee to aid thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed.
That reminds me.
Don't mind my asking, did you hear anything else about my father in the search? He was a man of virtue. That sounds about right. I'm glad people still remember him so fondly. Makes me happy to hear it, more so than I imagined. Were my father in the same position I am now, I wonder what he would do. Alright, I return to the others with Stroll, who was still deep in thought. Back to the Verga Island Tavern. I don't... Alright, we'll obviously go talk to Alonso. What's next for him? He could study the Samurai. That's his final class. How do we do this?
The truth is...
I wonder when we'll need to talk to him. Let's talk to him real quick. Something I wish to speak with you about, but the conclusion still eludes my grasp. Alright, we have to talk on our next journey. Okay. Alright, we'll do Alonso. Wait, what do we have to do for this lady? Okay, we don't know. So, it's just saying that she's ready. We just don't know where she is. I don't. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, just leave me alone. You know I can't do that, Star Fox. It's good, because we just got to level 3. Holy shit. There you go. Well, if anyone's going to pester me, I'm glad it's you. Could you spare me a bit of time? No problem.
Thank you.
I did some more digging on the landowner who burned down my village. When I thought I'd hit the bottom, I found more behind him that I hadn't unearthed before. In the end, he's nothing more than a pawn for someone else. I thought I had the upper hand, shadowing him and those he associates with, but they've been looking into me as well. They untangled the web of lies that is Cuculus and struck first. What a fool I've been. My village, my mother, they're all gone. I've lost everything. Be strong. I just wanted to save my hometown. His taxes were extortion, and he siphoned the village's trade profits away for himself. My once peaceful village was trampled by poverty and the ills that accompany it. He caused only torment for them, so I struck back. I thought I could fix things for them, that my mother would be happy. But I got too caught up with my heroics and underestimated him. He couldn't have burned down the village on his own.
Damn it all.
Even if the village was rid of the landowner, someone else is backing him, an even more powerful enemy who'd be left unscathed. I endangered everyone's lives because I didn't realize that. And it was my mother, my own mother, who paid the price. Die, they said. In all my waking hours and all my dreams, I hear the villagers demanding my death. I only began this endeavor to free them, to give them their joy back, so if my death is what will give them that now, I have to. Yeah.
No!
Was it your mother's wish for you to die? My mother's? Holy shit. My mother wanted me to live. What's the point in living when all I have are my sins? Why? Why do you not blame me? Yeah. Make amends by living. Because living is the only way to atone for those sins. To live to atone, not by dying. I wonder if there's anything I could still do. I don't think there is, but just because you believe in me, I think I could go on living just a little longer. Since the tremendous trust Alonso has placed in me by sharing his darkest thoughts. Yeah, that'll get you the M rating for sure.
This is what you and Mother want.
Discounts the prices at magic shops in all cities. Increases the monetary reward for completing requests. Very nice. I'm not the slightest clue what to do next. Not a good person. Not like how my mother was, and I don't have some special power like you do. Like you do. You're right. Would have been rather hasty of me to end my life here and now. Thank you. I finally realized that as long as I have you, the world is mine to fool. Do visit again. I'll set the stage. I'll have some fun tricks in store for you. I don't know what Alonso is scheming this time, but at least it seems he's regained the will to live.
Good night.
Alonso waved nonchalantly as he departed and returned to the inn.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Idle's Day.
Damn.
Great, we finally have an idea of where the lance is, and there's a damned enormous tree in our way. That priestess Yufa, I'm worried about her. If only we had the ingredients, we could get to Edeni to whip up that potion of blight. We could go in there and find her. Right, we haven't the time to approach this problem leisurely. The magma is so thick within that place it's practically visible to the naked eye. This is no trifling matter. We need to search the interior of the temple, and we must do it soon.
We ought to proceed with caution.
Oh, here's someone new.
Pardon me.
You're those outsiders who say you're going to save the priestess, aren't you? Your timing couldn't be better. Can I ask you to find something for me? I need some stones for my grandchild's first fishing trip. Stones? What good's that going to do for fishing? They're called polar stones. When put in a specially crafted doll's hands, they always point in a fixed direction. The doll's vital for navigation at sea, but the stones weaken with time, and I'd like someone to bring me some new stones from the Dragon Temple.
Yeah?
That's where you find these stones. That's a ways off. Must be rough for the fishing industry. Well, the truth is, we typically store our spare stones in our household. It's just that this time I offered all of them up to the temple. Legend has it that the dragon god loves the stones after all, and knowing how troubled it's been lately, I feel like I had to do something. But I arrived to find the temple full of monsters. I turned back quickly, of course, and the stones scattered. Can't tell anyone on the island I lost the stones, especially not my family. Sir, my only hope. Please.
Not finished
Truly,
yet?
my word, the bravery of the young. In total, I lost 3 polar stones. I really only need a single one to build a doll. It'd be an enormous relief to have the others if you could find them. I'd gladly give you an additional reward for each. If I don't have the stones by the time my grandchild goes out fishing, there'll be no point, so I will need them by August 30th. The stones shouldn't be that far in. After all, I didn't get far before I decided to run away. Why don't we search the ground relatively close to the entrance?
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Yes.
Let's see. Let's help them out.
Can't abandon someone who's in need like this. When we have the time, let's go look for those stones. Okay. Let's hit up the shops, I guess. First, let's go to the weapon shop. Oh, we just teleport.
All right then.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay.
We have a special sale today.
Today's Idle Day. Outside the island here, shops give discounts, so as a special favor, I'll sell you some weapons for cheap. Okay. I'm objected to taking orders from mainland igniter peddlers, but the chief said it couldn't hurt to give you a discount. Very nice. Fuoco Rod? Fuoco Rod? Okay. Whatever. Fire Snake. Ice Attack, Fire Attack, Electric. Nameless. Kusanagi. This is for the samurai, probably. Mermaid's Torch. Restores MP upon defeating an enemy. Katana. Deciduous Katana. Who is using what weapons? Aromatic Fan. Prevents rage.
Now then.
Yeah. How's my son over there? Already told you we got a message from an igniter merchant called Brigida. She's informed us that we're to sell you arms at a discount. While I don't like being strong-armed, I see no harm in it. Full Moon Robe. All stats +3 greatly increases evasion against dark. I mean, for me, it would be a huge buff for me, so we'll buy it. Yeah, there you go. Is this worth buying for everyone else? Fang Headguard. Fire Sprite Boots. Agility +4. Increases evasion against ice, and then generally boosts agility. I wonder what we're actually going to get from this. What kind of monsters do you think we're going to find? Fire? Wind? To Heisme, obviously. We don't really have a ton of money.
We have a special set.
Increases the strength of synthesis skills that cost 0 MP. Kusanagi. This would be for Stroll if he was still on that class. I guess we could put him back now, right?
What now?
Right? He's got decent stuff now. Formation of Vigor. Deals medium fire damage. Or we could put a better weapon on him. We should try to finish this, if nothing else. Rebellion. We could put on Rebellion and Fiery Strike. It will give him a little bit of elemental coverage, which is good. I think we could... Well, I don't know. You think we just wait? Yeah, we probably just hold off. Let's see if there's some items to buy or something. Oh no, let's go buy... We have to buy, intel. So we're not gonna buy that now. If we're here in a week and we have some more money, then we'll do it. But yeah, not right now, I guess.
Let's go.
Fancy a bit of info.
Information gets cheaper on Idle's Day outside the island. Not sure why they do that, but if it's tradition, who am I to ignore it?
Cheers.
You want some good ingredients for Virga Island? The butcher used to have a good variety of fish, but see how the weather's all strange. The hull's not as good these days, so right now there's only monster bone and white peach turnip. Why vegetables? The Islanders leave these in exchange for buying goods. That's because we Islanders don't really use money amongst each other. We used to sell limp goldfish, but I'm not so sure about now. If you need it though, there was definitely some at a village nearby. Just visit the water shop. I hear they sometimes sell Queen's Honey Jar. Alright, want to start growing your own food over at the market's the shop that sells plant seeds. Okay. Secret of the Ujif stall on Seabreeze. Yeah, back in Rowley.
Cheers.
There's a Ujif run shop that you all know by the Cauldrons. I mentioned this before, but I used to live outside the island way back when, so I know some things. It's over on Seabreeze Street, but the shop keeps an old miser, and all he claims he's selling are medicinal herbs. He's handing away some interesting stuff for sale, harvested from the remains of monsters, useful for experiments, and of all things, cooking. If the Navy knew he was selling those dodgy items, they'd have him strung up, so he's cautious who he sells to. Not much chance of getting him to show you what he's really got for sale, but maybe having a mutual friend would change that. Okay, Tower of Faith.
Want in on this?
It's a place known as the Spire of Faith down south. No one dares go near it, though. Technically, it isn't all that far from this island, but due to the way the currents flow, one must approach it by circling around from the north. Oh my god!
But wait,
It's on the very edge of the ocean.
This place.
Say a monster dwells within the tower. It supposedly resembles a large bird with vivid plumage. Might just be that it's overly cautious, but the closer you get, the more violent it becomes. Best to attack from as far away as possible from the rear. Okay, so we probably swap out Stroll. Seems like it's vulnerable to fire and pierce, so I recommend having those in your arsenal. Okay. Village trading.
Cheers.
Salento. It's a small island northwest of here. They sell bath salts like Uncle Electro's Wonder Salts, Niflheim Purge, as well as limp goldfish. They also sell something called a Hero's Jeweled Root, but I couldn't tell you what the point of it is. Some kind of mysterious four-leaf fruit. Sometimes it's got magla, sometimes it doesn't. If you're the sightseeing type, go out to see the giant hole at the sea bottom. Worth it for the stories. Okay.
Cheers.
We're out to save our priestess, and I'll give you all the information that I know. You'll find all manner of monsters over there. All are dangerous, but be especially wary of the moving stone statues and spectos. Swords and spears don't work well against either of them. Spectos reflect bows and the like as well, apparently. There's also a huge tree-like monsters. I believe they're called Alentos. What's tricky is that there are different types of Alentos. The green one's weak to fire. For others, fire won't work at all. The green ones can use wind magic to hold your ground. Okay. Alright, let's find this dude.
Let's head there right away.
Hello there.
You returned, and with zeal renewed, it seems. I'd say so. We brought the ingredient you asked for. Now, can you get working on this blight potion, can't you? Hand the flask of parched water to a Denny.
I see.
This is what brings about the thirst I've read about. I'm surprised you're able to procure such I'm surprised you're able to procure a treasure such as this off the island in such a short time. Quite fleet of foot, these gauntlet runner contraptions. I see I have much yet to learn about
Leave it
them.
to me.
Now, I'll get to brewing. You won't be waiting long. Take a moment to rest yourselves. Thank you for your patience. The potion is complete. This is the Potion of Blight our village has passed down through generations. I'm sure it will serve you well.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a big help. Thank you. With this potion, I think we can get past that huge tree. Now we should be able to get inside the temple. Let us hurry and rescue the priestess. The altar where Dracodios is dedicated should be at the far end of the temple. Considering the situation, I doubt even Yufa has made it that far. You almost ensure you are ready to face the trials before you. Perhaps the bounty request found in the mainland cities could be just the thing. I also looked into the recruitment center before I left port and recall noting that the available requests had multiplied.
I'm counting on you.
Though it grieves me to ask so much of you, I beg nonetheless, please save my sister.
That reminds me.
Notice Juna helping out the villagers with something. Okay.
We are witness to the wrath of the gods.
Oh?
You're looking a bit pensive, love. Make sure you take a break when you need it, or you end up falling when you can least afford to. So, I have a bit of a favor to ask you. It involves helping people, though, so you'll hear me out, won't you? If we're truly all about helping anyone, I think this is right up our alley.
Thanks.
Thank you. I see a perfect little spot over there with a view.
You know, some of the islanders were so enamored by my songs, they opened up to me a bit. They were still rather sheepish, but I simply can't leave them hanging, can I now? Apparently they've been plagued by monsters raiding the tombs just off the coast. I dare say that sounds right up our alley, doesn't it? If you'll help, I'll even make it interesting. I'll let you in on the secrets of a songstress.
Secrets, you say?
What kind of secrets?
Oh, the key to capturing hearts. Some tips and tricks for carrying yourself with dignity. Rather useful to a kingly candidate, no? Well then, our monsters are to be found on an island the locals call the Orbwise Path. Their legends say that if you offer your dead to the snakes there, their souls ascend to become guardian deities. Problem being, the monsters are eating the snakes, which has left the bereaved unable to complete the ritual. The sadness in their eyes was just too much to bear. You know? I couldn't help but come to you about it. Oh, and evidently, there's some sort of offering there that's yours for the taking. If you'd like it.
Okay,
well,
anyway.
Have I piqued your interest? Do these people a favor, and I'm sure they'd rally behind you.
The situation does seem concerning. The secrets of a songstress and potential treasure have me curious too. Maybe it's worth checking it out.
So, you're in, I take it? Brilliant. I'll inform the others.
We've got this.
I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
Music to my ears. I'll tell you what. I'll throw in a little something extra for you. On top of my secrets, of course.
Alright.
This one's important.
Slay the monster desecrating the Orbwise Path. Okay. Increases imagination.
Here's the place, if you're
Well,
interested.
good thing I did this. It's on the way if we're gonna do the other one.
And right there's a labyrinth.
Oh, and do bring me along when you go, won't you? We can tackle it whenever you're ready.
Alright. I think... I mean, we might as well... Should we just go buy the intel? Let's go buy seeds, I guess, as well, since we're going to be traveling a whole bunch.
Hello.
Today's Idol's Day. I hunted these materials down with my 2 hands, but I'll give you a discount. Giant's Rib. Oh, fuck, that's expensive. Well...
Oh, it's you!
To be a candidate, once you're selling my goods, to be clear, I have no intention of treating you poorly because of who you are. What I sell here are the island's premium exports. Someone who does not understand their value, no doubt it all looks like junk. Weapons? Your tells are fairly obvious. Oh my god. We have to get to Wisdom rank 4 before we could buy from her.
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
This way.
Leave it out, mate.
I can't eat a meal in peace. Too many damn outsiders.
Well, fancy a bit of info.
I hear information gets cheaper on Idol's Day. Oh, okay, we already did this. Okay. Bird monster.
Want in on this?
The Orbwise Path is where we inter and mourn our dead. If you die on this island, you can expect your bones to rest there for eternity. But the monsters have been on a rampage lately, and we haven't been able to mourn anyone. The area has become the stomping ground of Cocasadors. Perhaps you've heard of them before. They're big bird-like monsters. They prefer their prey to be soft and fleshy, so be sure to fortify your defenses before facing them. They have a skill that repels non-magic attacks. We know fire is effective against them, but no one's been able to defeat them yet. Mind the cold, too. Many monsters use attacks that can freeze you in your tracks. Don't let them give you frostbite. Because of those things, no one can get close to the place, which makes me quite sad. Maybe an antiquated custom, but it's nonetheless important for us out inlanders. Or islanders. Islanders. Oh my god, I'm tired. Shit. Alright, I mean, I would like to keep playing. We're kind of a little short on time. That's my fault for starting so late. Let's go ahead really briefly.
Let's go.
All right then.
Teleport back to Grand Trad really quickly.
Okay, what's the plan?
Now that...
What's going on over here? Sand Flash? Yeah, but there's no reason to go back there. Alright, we could do the Cuisine of Heart. Wait, let's go back here. The Price of Hope.
Let's move.
I can only imagine how long it'll take us to gauntlet run into that last place. It's at least 4 days for sure. It's gotta be crazy. So maybe I should do the dungeon first, and then we'll do that on the back end.
The hell is that?
Remember that Igniter's supposed to get appraised here? It's kind of a special circumstance, so let's listen to what he has to say. What? Oh, listen.
Welcome.
Requesting an appraisal, sir. Of course, I would be happy to. If you would just allow me to take the item in question, then... What? Why this is? I borrowed it. It's one of those pigs. Well, this is most unexpected. What I mean to say is this igniter is... Pray it's not simply nothing special. And on top of that, it's broken. As far as igniters go, it's utter rubbish. Yeah, let's ask Brigida. I'm sure our field representative has more important things to attend to. I understand, though, sir, and perhaps I was hasty. It's truly remarkable find. It has many of the same qualities one would find in a divine relic. Perhaps you'd be willing to sell it to us. If the pagans were to make use of it, they would undoubtedly come into conflict with the Sanctus Church. I only seek to avoid bloodshed. Give it the fuck back. I don't want someone who sparks such prejudice nonsense habits. We'd like it back now, along with the report of the appraisal.
Understood.
Here's your appraisal report. The field will be waived this time. Ah, he's mad. Yeah, your boss wouldn't like it if I told her you were messing around, would she? She'd probably be pretty angry at you. What a dick. At first he tries to tell you it's nothing. Then he tries to tell you, holy shit, it's worth so much. It's a divine relic, but you don't want to start a war, do you? Yeah, okay.
Closure.
Today's the day of rest. Purify. Foreman's jacket, nah. Brawn breastplate. What is the increase on this? It's only plus 10. Investor's abacus. Increases the cost and strength of money attacks. Steel slab. I don't think we have anything good to do this for. This would be the only thing worth doing it. Alright.
Closure.
Increases max HP by 30. Oh, yeah, that's worth it then.
Indeed.
So what's her stats now?
What now?
Dude, she's got like, what, 500 now maybe? Yeah, 100% worth it. So eventually when we get her to get that melee move, she could just tank everything because it's going to auto guard as well. That's going to be really good. We're starting to get there. You know, I feel like you're really in control of this game compared to, say, like Persona. Because in Persona, you just have party members that are just eternally weak to certain abilities and certain stats. I like that in this game you can kind of mix and match. You can have different people for different things. It's more of a true traditional RPG in that regard. She has to level Wizard. Okay. Yeah, Holy Knight's Proclamation. Honestly, that's kind of it. Increases caster's defense. Raises a barrier that nullifies basically one normal attack for one ally. Counter, which could be good. Weak HP recovery. Covers a medium amount of HP and removes debuff effects. Wonder, is that targeted or just on her? Covers significant MP every turn.
That.
It's veto. Magic counter. And heavy rush. Yeah, so honestly, wait. She could proclamate, and then she has a 15% chance of whatever hitting her, she just repels it. It just doesn't hit her, and it ends the turn. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Automatically increases the wielder's attack, defense, hit, and evasion at the start of a battle. Increases pierce attack. Ensures status ailments are automatically cured in one turn is huge. Deal medium. Yeah, that's kind of not worth it. Some of these are not worth it as much. Pierce boost is good maybe at the end once we have everything. Probably get this to level 8 and then double back, honestly. Okay.
That is...
Alright, we'll keep going with Commander. I think that's it though, right? I don't think there's anything else to do.
Where to?
Go back to Martira.
Let's go.
And then we'll go, I guess we could go do this quest with this lady.
Hi, my. Hey?
Take the scent of food on you. Curative Coney Rose? Wait, what? I can't give her the stew.
Cheers. What are you playing? What?
Wow, yeah, I can't give her the stew.
Hi, my.
Okay, I have no idea what it is.
All right then.
I gotta go back to cook. I don't know.
Let's go.
Where to?
Just the rooster and no, the
Let's
Golden
go.
Deer Hearth. The Fire Emblem reference.
Leave it out, mate.
There you go.
Aha.
Wait, you haven't got my Igniter of Praise, have you? No, of course not. How would you do it so quickly? According to them, it's old but high functioning. Sounds like a valuable find. Kind of impressive you knew that only from a glance, actually. Thank goodness that my evaluation was correct, and that means my dream's in reach. Truth is, I need a professional's opinion so I can test my own judgment. Planning to open up an Igniter shop here on the island.
Huh?
I saw Igniters here, but aren't they, Sanctus creations? Yes, I know there are many islanders who don't care for them, but it was your arrival here that got me thinking. Someday this island will surely open up to the outside world, and when that time comes, I want Igniters to help me be a bridge between our lands and the rest of the country. Prejudice against our people won't disappear overnight, but I think it comes from people's fears of the unknown. That's where I want to help. If the Mastari seem to like unknowns, I could try making us known. Show everyone that both Mastari and Igniters aren't objectively evil. Yep. Change the world.
So grateful.
Also got your reward. Here, take it.
Mission accomplished.
What are we gonna get? Nah. It's alright.
All right.
Yeah, good luck with that wisdom. You saw how little that moved?
Farewell.
Good luck in the tournament. Maybe you'll find some islanders who'll be glad to be a part of your dream.
Excuse me.
Alright.
All right.
I mean, what should we do at this point? Hulkenberg? Okay, Hulkenberg. Discuss it back at the runner. Okay. I guess while we're out and about, we have to talk with her.
But
All right then.
Peak Curiosity. The Queen, her, okay, I can't even do that. We have to level up that and obtain Dracodios. Okay. Guiding Gift. I think that we do this. 3 days to get there. Holy shit. I mean, it's probably really hard. I don't know. Maybe I should save. I think we save it for next time, honestly. I think that's exactly what we do. Is next time we set out.
What now?
So what I can do is I can save here. That's not
All right,
save.
then.
I can save here. And then that way, like, I don't waste a ton of time if it doesn't work out. So, all right. Very nice.